In the world of sitcoms, few shows have managed to balance the unique mixture of humor, intellect, and heartfelt moments, as well as young Sheldon has. A spin-off of the hugely popular The Big Bang Theory, young Sheldon centers on the early life of Sheldon Cooper, a child prodigy with a sharp intellect but a socially awkward demeanor. What sets young Sheldon apart from other shows is its ability to explore profound themes such as faith, identity, and the tension between logic and emotion, through the eyes of a young boy trying to make sense of the world around him. One of the most compelling undercurrents in the show is the exploration of faith, especially when it comes to the central question, play or pray. Is life a matter of rational choices and scientific reasoning? Or is there room for the mystical, the divine, and the uncertain? The dichotomy of faith and logic. In many ways, Sheldon Cooper, even as a young boy, represents the embodiment of rationality and intellect. He is a character who has an almost obsessive need for logic and structure, viewing the world through the lens of mathematics and science. Yet, as he grows up in a family with strong religious values, he is frequently confronted with situations where faith, prayer, and religious belief challenge his purely scientific view of the world. This conflict is particularly evident in young Sheldon, where the young Sheldon is often forced to navigate his family's faith-based decisions, particularly those of his devout mother, Mary. Mary Cooper, Sheldon's mother, is a devout Christian who holds her faith as a cornerstone of her identity and worldview. She actively encourages Sheldon to attend church, pray, and participate in religious rituals, but she also loves and supports her son in his intellectual pursuits, which often contradict the tenets of her faith. This juxtaposition between Mary's religious devotion and Sheldon's steadfast logic creates moments of tension throughout the series, which are sometimes comedic and other times poignant. The question of whether to pray or play is rooted in the broader tension between faith and reason that Sheldon experiences. On one hand, he is a child prodigy with a deep understanding of scientific concepts and mathematical principles, which provide him with a worldview based on empirical evidence. On the other hand, he is surrounded by a family that embraces a worldview based on faith, morality, and the belief in a higher power. This duality leaves Sheldon constantly at odds with his family's religious practices, as he grapples with the question of whether faith in God can coexist with faith in science. The influence of family and environment. For Sheldon, faith and religion represent a realm of uncertainty and illogic. In several episodes, Sheldon's interactions with his mother, Mary, are filled with awkward moments where he cannot understand why someone would pray for something when science offers a more tangible solution. For example, in one episode, Mary prays for a good result for Sheldon on his math test, and Sheldon, confused, asks why she would pray when he has already studied extensively and prepared. To Sheldon, praying for divine intervention is akin to disregarding the effort he has put into achieving his goals through intellectual means. Yet despite Sheldon's confusion and skepticism, he often respects his mother's faith. He attends church with her and participates in family rituals, not out of belief, but out of a sense of familial duty and a desire to avoid conflict. Through his interactions with Mary and the rest of his family, Sheldon's internal conflict between logic and faith is explored in a manner that highlights the complexity of religious belief in a modern, scientifically oriented world. The show also presents a subtle yet powerful narrative about how faith is woven into the fabric of the family and community. While Sheldon may not embrace faith as his mother does, he acknowledges the significance it has for her and for others around him. The religious practices in young Sheldon serve as more than just plot devices. They are reflective of the larger social and cultural values that shape the characters' lives. The role of prayer in Sheldon's life. While Sheldon doesn't actively embrace religious practices, there are moments in young Sheldon where he is seen engaging in prayer, albeit reluctantly. These moments are significant because they reveal the tension between Sheldon's intellectualism and his desire to conform to the expectations of his family. In an episode where Sheldon's family faces a medical crisis, Sheldon's mother urges him to pray, and Sheldon, in an almost mechanical manner, recites a prayer. What is interesting about this moment is that, although Sheldon does not believe in the efficacy of prayer, he recognizes that it provides comfort to others, especially his mother. This recognition adds depth to Sheldon's character, showing that, while he may be